when washing hands has become the norm. One somewhat qualified intern will stop at nothing to address the issues plaguing this country. Getting up close and 6 feet and personal. One lawn at a time. This is COVID Conversations. Hi, I'm Jackson Huffman, and this is COVID Conversation. Today, my guest is...
Amanda Trester.
Yeah, so how have you been, Amanda? What's going on?
I've been doing really good, actually, because I'm never at my house anyways, so when this started happening and I started spending time in my house, I started finding, like, new parts of my house where I was like, that's there, or like that exists in my house because I've been spending so much time here. And also I've gotten more into like I taught myself kind of how to embroider.
Oh, yeah.
And I've also like taught myself how to bake and cook more things because I have so much time on my hands now. So I've honestly been doing pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's what I keep hearing. It's like a lot of people, since they have like this extra time on their hands, they've like, oh, by the way, I've learned how to knit. Well, I've learned how to,
Exactly.
send like smoke fire signals.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like just
or, like,
weird
painting.
skills. So
yeah.
I think the class of 2020 is definitely going to have a lot more,
honestly,
like skills on their resumes after this. People are like, wait, what do you mean you can speak Latin? So what's like sort of like your day-to-day life or like experience? Like what do you do? You wake up and then...
So lately, actually like every day so far, I've been getting up at like 10, 11, which is really nice because I never did that before. I always wake up at like 7 or 8 just because like I'm used to getting up so early. But so I've been like sleeping in, and then like as soon as I get up, because like I'm not like in a rush to go to school or anything, obviously, I just like I make breakfast, and then I'll take my laptop outside and I will just sit outside and do like all my online stuff. And then after that, like, whenever I do finish, I'll get to, like, other stuff, like, well, first I'll take a nap, because that's just, like, I don't know why, but, like, even though I'm not doing anything, I still am, like, I need a nap. So I will go take a nap, and then I'll do my other stuff, like, I'm embroidering a sweatshirt right now, and I'm, like, upcycling, like, all my clothes, because I want to, like, sell them whenever this whole thing is over. And then, like, I want to start painting again, too, so that might be something I do. But other than that, like, usually the rest of my afternoon is just filled with, like, more, like, artsy stuff. Yeah.
Is there something you miss most about school? Just like, like for me, I really enjoy. I like online school in this sort of sense. Like you said, it's like you're on your own schedule.
Yeah.
You know, some classes get a little stressful, just in terms of like turning stuff in. Because I'm like, I don't know exactly what teachers are looking for. But for them, like, like, what do you miss most about like actually going to school?
I definitely just miss the people. Like, I miss our stats class so much. Like, when we were just, I mean, we never actually did anything in that class, but being in that class, like, with all you guys and, like, talking and stuff, like, that was so fun. And then also just, like, all the people in my classes in general, because I'm used to, like, that background noise of, like, hearing everybody and, like, just, like, the weird stuff that happens in my classes. And then, like, it's just, like, taken away because now it's just, like, me in my backyard.
Yeah.
And so it's, like, it's so different. So I definitely just miss the people because I'm okay with, like, being at my house and, like, doing stuff, like, on my own schedule. But, like, having everybody else there is what, like, made it more fun for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Us being seniors, this really kind of sucks that it happens in our, like, last quarter and stuff like that. So... how do you think being a senior, how's this, like, really affected you, or, you know, what's that toll been like on you?
For me, the biggest part about it for me was literally just graduation, because, I feel like that, even though, obviously, like, I don't need graduation to happen to know I graduated, it's still, like, that moment of, like, walking across with with like all your friends and also being in like cap and gowns and like taking pictures and stuff. Like those are like iconic moments from like senior years from like the beginning of time. So like that's like one thing that I definitely didn't want to miss out on. And also Project Grad did seem really fun. But like mainly for me it was just like that like moment, cuz aside from that, honestly, like I'm okay with like everything that's happening. Obviously not like I'd rather it not be happening.
Yeah.
But like I'm not like extremely like, it hasn't brought me down.
Well, you don't know because you've never had that.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't miss something that you've never
that you've never had. Yeah, exactly. And so like the biggest moment for me is definitely just like knowing that we're not going to be like taking pictures in our caps and gowns and stuff like with each other and stuff like that, because obviously you can still take your senior pics if you want, but like with like your friends and stuff, and like walking and everything like that just seems so cool. That's one thing that I definitely was like, other, because aside from that, it's like it hasn't really taken a huge like toll on me aside from like missing people, but other than that, I definitely just wanted to like know like I had that graduating moment or whatever.
Now, this being April 4th, on the day of shooting this, it is actually Heath Ledger's birthday.
It is!
Yeah, so I wanted to talk to you about that. Like, you know, you love Heath Ledger so much. So do you want to kind of explain like why, or like go into it a little bit of like why him?
So, okay, so I just got very emotional about that. I don't know why. Didn't expect that. So I was really young when I saw The Dark Knight. Obviously, we were like 7 and 8 around that age, and that I watched like after I watched like the full movie through, and I saw like his performance as the Joker. That honestly, like, knowing somebody can do that, like somebody can like turn into that when they want to, that's like what made me want to be an actor. Like I just saw that, and he's just like just seeing him in real life. I didn't know what he looked like in real life until I was like 14, and I realized that he looked so different, obviously from like Joker, because it's always in his makeup, but like he genuinely, like even like his energy and everything, and I was like, that's a good actor. Like he's so genuinely good, and like that's why I've just like hung on to him for so long, because he's like the one that made me want to be an actor, and not in like some like dramatic like sad movie. He played a comic book character, and he won an Oscar for that, and like that's only happened like what, twice at this point, because then there's like obviously Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, but like other than that, he just like obviously like being super inspiring, but just like watching what he does and seeing all the other roles that he's played, I was genuinely blown away as an 8-year-old. Like I was blown away. He's so interesting and like such a creative person that I'm like endlessly inspired by him like all the time. So that's why like I've always been like so in love with him for such a long time.
Yeah. All right, well, this is basically the end of it. Now, before we end this interview, I have speed round questions.
Oh
so
my God,
you're only going to get 30 seconds.
Okay.
And some of them might be related to Corona, some of them might not
okay.
be. But we're going to see how many we can do in 30
Cool.
seconds. So I'm going to start this.
Oh, we only have 30 seconds for all of these?
For as many as we can
cool.
get through. We will do our best.
Okay.
But yeah, so just keep it
Okay.
as fast as you can,
Okay.
whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, new or recent movie you've seen?
Oh God. He's Just Not That Into You.
Okay. Favorite music or artist that you've been listening to?
Oh my gosh, Dominic Fike.
What's your favorite board game?
Monopoly. I love Monopoly.
All right, do you have a favorite day of the week?
Definitely Tuesday.
Cake or pie?
Cake. No, pie. Change my answer.
Is it wrong for vegetarians to eat animal crackers?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Alright, that's 30 seconds.
Really? We got through like 4.
Yeah, they're pretty quick.
Yeah, I like those. Okay.
Alright,
I'm also
alright.
boss at Monopoly, so
Yeah.
I've never had anybody beat me except for like 2 people.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a Monopoly night.
No, yeah. And they're also like sold out everywhere. Like people were like selling them on like online for like $40, like
Wow.
Monopoly games, because everybody's buying board games because they can only stay in their houses. I found Monopoly at Fry's.
Really? Like, was it like a good version
No,
of it?
yeah, it was like the normal, like original Monopoly, because they only have like Fortnite Monopoly and like stuff like that at like Walmart. But everyone's like selling out the board games, and that's the last thing I expected.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright, so lastly, do you have like a message for just anyone in particular, or just something you wanted to say just to tie up your thoughts about this whole,
Yeah.
experience and everything?
To anyone in particular?
You could say it to anyone, or just, like a message.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if this does get shown to like the drama program or anything like that, Miss Dixon, I love you so much, and I miss you, and you are one of my most favorite people in the whole world. Thank you. That's it.
Yeah. Alright. Well, thanks, Amanda.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
Hi, and for our next guest, we have.
Oh, hi! Didn't see you over there. I'm Cy Angelo. Welcome to my house.
So, as you can see, we are at a respectable street's length apart from one another. That way, we're not spreading anything. So, hey Ty, how have you been?
I've been pretty alright, Jackson. Thank you for asking. We've been really taking it easy over here. I'm not gonna lie. I played a lot of Xbox. I played with my dogs, which has been wonderful. I really missed them because I didn't get a chance to play with them for most of the semester. We worked very hard. After I got sick at the beginning of the semester, I was trying to play catch up throughout most of the year, through Macbeth and through Broadway Showcase. And now finally I had a chance to get all my work caught up, and now I can just relax, and it's been wonderful.
So, what's sort of been like your daily routine? Like, what have you been doing, to pass the time basically throughout all of this?
So I've been trying to keep it as routine as possible, but it's kind of difficult when there's just suddenly no structure anymore. I don't know, quarantine's given me a lot of time to think about stuff that I just haven't had time to think about, and I've missed doing. Like, I haven't watched family movies in a really long time. Just having everyone together on the couch, it's something I took for granted before, but it's really nice to have back.
Yeah. What's online school been like? Like, how's that been for you?
Online schooling it's taken some work to adjust to, but it's not as bad as I thought it was. I thought that the teachers were going to keep pumping out work as fast as they could, with the rationalization that we have all this time now, why not give them more work? But a lot of them have actually been really understanding, and especially with late work, because I've had a couple computer issues. We have one laptop in the house that my sister and I have been sharing for both of our schools' work. And thankfully our grandma's let us borrow hers for a couple days, but when she doesn't, then it's really hard to balance both of our time, especially when she has a deadline at 4 o'clock and I have a deadline at like midnight.
So, I know for me, my hair is getting extremely long, and no places are open right now to cut my hair. And you, sir, have just a mane of locks and just curly-haired madness. So, how are you taking care of your hair, and or do you need to cut it recently? Like, do you need to cut it? Like, what's your hair doing at this point? What's the state of your hair?
So it's gotten longer than it has been in a long time. I think the last time it was this long was like my 8th grade year, and I can't put it in my mouth. I don't know if you can see from all the way over there, but it does reach the mouth, which some may consider an issue. But my solution to this problem has just been putting it in a ponytail, basically.
Oh.
I'll string it up and I'll just tie it in like a scrunchie or something.
A working man bun.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's getting so long that it's not like some days it does curl up and is all nice and floofy, but other days it just kind of falls under its own weight. It collapses. It's not structurally sound anymore. And so I need to. It'll just fall flat over my face, and I gotta get it out of the way. I can't stand it. Like, all the way down.
No, I definitely agree with you. My hair right now is definitely feeling like 8th grade bowl cut vibes. It is not the best time right now.
No one knew what they were doing in 8th grade.
No one does. And I guess Corona's just 8th grade right now. Everyone's scared. No one knows what's going on. No, there's no structure. There's no time. It's just, here you are. You know, with that being said, like, there are some things that, like school, like we take for granted, stuff we're gonna miss. So is there something from school that you miss, just, you know, from day-to-day classes or stuff like that?
Well, I mean, it goes without saying, the people, especially the drama kids, they've been so cemented as such a huge part of my life, and it really has been weird. Just having it taken away, just like that. Like, I didn't think the last time that I saw you guys was gonna be the last time. But that's another thing. I've been playing my guitar constantly, and I've been singing a lot more than I used to, and I've really been like ironing out the kinks in my voice. It feels like.
I think that's cool too, though. Just a lot of people have been having time to just, you know, better themselves even like creatively and just picking up new skills and things like that. Yeah.
Also bettering yourself physically. I've had a lot of time to actually work out, and I absolutely did not during the school year. I know like Prince would go after our 8 o'clock rehearsals to the gym and stay out there until God knows how long, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't sacrifice that much sleep and still have to go through the day.
Yeah, and do it like, and go to school and like, you know, keep a consistent like 5-day school schedule, and then, you know. Right,
with going to the gym every night.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem realistic. But now I have that time. It's fantastic.
So before we close out, what I'd like to do is do a couple speed round questions. So you only have 30 seconds. We're gonna try to get through as much as we can.
All right.
So quick responses. Yeah, get ready because we tend to go by pretty quickly. Wow, he's really just chugging the right now. You getting that? Look at him go.
All right, let's go. Ready?
And go. What's your favorite board game?
Monopoly.
Fill in the blank. Taylor Swift is...
Blonde.
Okay. Say a word in Spanish.
Me gusta.
Have you ever worn socks with sandals?
Yes.
What is your favorite pair of pajamas?
These ones. Actually, no. The Minnie Mouse ones that I took from my mom.
Why can't we tickle ourselves?
That's an excellent question. Experts are still weighing in this one. Next.
Alright, that was 30 seconds right there.
Oh, alright. So back to the tickling thing. I don't know. I feel like there's some other areas in self-stimulation that we kind of lucked out on, but tickling was not one of them.
Do you feel like humans have a naturally more ticklish part of their body?
No. I think places are so there are more people that have like common tickle spots. Like there's more tickle spots that are common for more people, but there's some people that are just ticklish everywhere. So I think it's up to the person.
How have you discovered your like death taser is what I'd like to call it? Where, you know, you'd come up behind people during like rehearsals or stuff like that, and you just basically give them like, it'd be like being sent to electric chair. It's just horrible. How do you do that?
Well, that I have to give credit to Mr. Jake Vecino for showing me the technique. He, as a freshman, he told me that there was one thing during his 8th grade year that people would do to him all the time, and he hated it. And I was like, oh, what is it? And he was like, oh, it's this. And then I was like, let me try that. And he was like, no, why would I do this? And so I'm not sure why he gave the secret to me, but now I have it, and I might have been abusing my power.
You're telling me Jake just armed the most deadly weapon in all mankind to you, the most chaotic force that we have in this program.
I can tell you why. He was a young, naive freshman. I myself didn't even see the true magnitude of what I had in my hands, but you know, it was mine. That's it. And I probably could have been more sparing with it, but you know, I don't regret a single taste.
All right, and then to finally close out this, what do you want to like give a message to people, or just you want to shout out someone in particular? I would like to like send this out to the drama program. So if if there's something like something you want to say to them, like giving them like words of wisdom or something like that, like what would you want to like tell people?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to just try not to get bummed out, because it's very easy to like with just watching Netflix or Disney Plus just like fall into a rut and just like feel bogged down and not want to do anything. And I think the biggest thing is to try and fight that and just be as productive as you can with yourself and improving yourself, like you said, creatively, and like with self-care, just become like the best version of yourself that you can now, because you finally have the time to do it. You finally have the time to really wash your face, and then exercise, push-ups, and just be the best you can be. Like really use this time, because we won't have it forever.
Yeah.
That's all.
Cool. All right, and now for our final guest on COVID Conversations, we have...
Do I say my name?
Yeah.
Sydney Overstreet.
So how have you been doing, Sid? What have you been doing to sort of pass the time and keep yourself busy?
I watch a lot of Netflix. I started a garden. I got some pots from the store and got some seeds, and my green beans actually just sprouted a couple days ago.
Wow.
They're like this tall. It's amazing. But I made little signs for them, but I wrote pea pods instead of green beans. It's a lie. Don't believe it. What else? I do a lot of school stuff. They post just like random assignments. I did a Zoom with Gary Minor.
Oh yeah, how's that?
It was good. It was so funny. He showed us his dog.
Oh, good. Are you taking the AP test?
Yeah, it's just one of the essays.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, so are you nervous at all? I mean, how do you think this like break from school and not getting that like maybe not getting all the necessary information like a teacher would be able to give on hand or answer questions right away? Like, are you nervous at all going into it?
No. Like, it's weird because school kind of feels like optional right now because like we don't have to go, but like I'm doing my work. Don't worry. But as far as like the AP test, there's tons of like the College Board is like posting lots of stuff to like prepare kids right there. And Gary Minor's posting lots of stuff, and it's just an essay, and I don't know. I feel like I should be nervous.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm in a little.
Yeah. Have they like given you information like where you're taking this test, how they're taking this?
They're doing it online. Like it's gonna be like a session online, and they said that there's like some cheater prevention thing that they're doing, but I don't know. It's 45 minutes. I'm not sure about English. I think that they're still sorting out now, but
Yeah.
I know for APUSH, it's just one essay.
I mean, this is kind of crazy that like where the world's at right now. So like,
I know you're sitting outside my
I'm
window.
sitting outside your window in a lawn chair, and it's 80 degrees, and I decided to wear pants, but it's fine. So like, how are you feeling about it? It's like, what's your sort of like mental state going through this? How do you like, get through every day?
It's definitely hard because I'm like a social person. I like seeing people and just like being around other humans. And it's sad because like we don't have the rest of the school year, and especially like with the seniors, like no more time with them, and so that's really hard. But yeah, it's hard not seeing people.
Yeah, I mean, like what do you miss the most about school?
Just like being around, especially like with the drama program. Like we spend so much time together, like probably more than I spend with my parents. And now like we're not around each other at all, and just not having that like community to be a part of. Like I mean, like we're obviously still a part of it, but we're not like seeing each other all the time. And it's just weird. Like I miss them.
And is there something specific about the drama program that you miss? Obviously everyone just like misses the people. We miss like seeing each other, but is there like something that really helped get through the day-to-day school stuff that drama just brought to it?
I would say like rehearsals, just like because like we're loud, like kind of disrespectful nailed it. Sorry, Dixon, sometimes, but just like being able to around each other and just having fun, like screwing around, and we just, I don't know, it's just like so like fun. Like it's easy, it's a good place, and also like I feel like lunch, because like the first stretch of the day I have late lunch, and all of my classes are academics before lunch, and it's like a long stretch.
Yeah.
And so just like, then you go to the black box and like you can see everyone and everyone's just having a good time and everyone's so positive, and it's like and it's sad not to have that positive energy.
Yeah. What, like, how's online school been? Like, I know for me, right, it's nice just waking up at, like, I don't know, like 10. You know, I don't have to wake up at 6, get ready, go to school, and do all that stuff. I can kind of do things at my own pace. I can finish classwork for one class, take a break, you know, read or something like that, come back, do more schoolwork. Like, how's that been for you, just figuring out your, like, schedule, your routine of doing schoolwork and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's not too bad. There's not really an excuse to be behind now because we have so much time.
It's like, oh, I was having rehearsal. Nope, that's not it. I'm not doing shows
I
anymore.
literally don't have an excuse.
Yeah.
No. But it's not too bad. I feel like the teachers are being really patient with it too. And
Yeah.
lenient.
Yeah. Is there something like a positive that you've gotten out of it, or something that you've just like, you know, this has actually been a nice thing throughout all of this chaos with, you know, with everything?
I definitely think it's been like a really good time to like for everyone to like have a pause, like especially in like as a high schooler, like everything is like rush all the time. But now we like have a chance, like we have time, and I feel like it's been good for most people. Hopefully, like they've taken advantage of it to like, I don't know, if they want to exercise or like work on self-care, or like, I don't know, just like get their lives together and like find some peace, I guess.
I mean, with all this time, have you picked up a different skill or a new like a new like say hobby or something like that you didn't have time for otherwise?
I've been growing my plants.
Yeah.
And I painted their pots, and they're very cute. And also, I have some cacti that I painted pots for.
Have you named your plants?
Oh, yes. Well, I've named my cacti.
Oh, okay. What are
Their
your
names
cacti?
are Gary, Jerry, Larry, and Cherry. They are so cute. They go in descending order, too.
That's awesome. Are they in like a planter? Like a what's it called? An aerial planter? I don't know what it's called.
No, it's like one of those little, like, is it like terracotta?
Maybe, I don't know.
Like just little ones, like this. And I painted them, and they're so cute. And then they have some rocks.
Nice.
They love it. This is Gary. This is Larry. This is Jerry. And this is Cherry.
Are you a proud mother of 4?
Yes. Very proud. They grew in the yard. And then I gave them pots so they look prettier.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so before we close out here, I have a couple speed round questions. So basically, just quick responses. We're going to try to get through as many of these as possible.
Alright.
We're only going to have 30 seconds.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. Wow. Let me see, which one do I want to start with? Okay, I'm going to start with here. Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. If Voldemort offered you a hug, would you accept it?
Yes.
Okay, is double dipping acceptable at parties?
No.
Do you like the word dapper?
Yes.
You-
Dapadine.
You do?
Yes.
Alright, how much crying is too much crying?
A lot of crying like around other people.
Oh,
Like,
I see.
If it's like a long time, you gotta deal with it on your own.
Can you make a high-pitched sound?
No.
Have you seen a kangaroo in person?
No.
Do you have any friends taller than 6'3"?
I don't think so. Are you taller than 6'3"?
I'm 6'3" and like a quarter.
Yes. Then
Also Aiden Engel.
Oh yeah, that's true. Do you have a final message for, you know, people watching this, like in the drama program, or just a message you want to like have everyone hear or something like that? You know, something that you just want to like tell people like it's gonna be okay, or you know, just something to keep it in their minds.
don't go to college before everyone can spend lots of time together this summer. That was to the seniors.
Nice. Well, think I've done everything here. Thanks, Sid, again. Just gonna take my stuff, but
Okay.
yeah, have a good day. I'm just gonna go back home now.
Okay, bye, Jackson.
Bye. Are you still following me?
No.
Okay, good.
That chair. No, it's really nice. It's a really nice setup. And during the summers, I get my mom's what's it called, mini fridge in there, so I get to keep all the Arnold Palmers nice and cool, and everything's just so crispy.
What was he talking about? Self-care, and now he's talking about peeing. You really get the time to.
It's totally fine.
This is the part we don't have to tell.